Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. See a little better what I'm doing. So I am making a coffin for someone. They requested like a rainbow coffin. So I am going to show you how that I do this. And so they requested to have Mountain City in the middle, right at the top. So this is my hometown. It's not gonna focus because it's seeing stuff in the background. There it goes. So I figured I'll take you through what I do. So I'll give you some tips and tricks along the way that I've learned. So I figured I'd put this mat down before I start. It's basically made out of the same stuff as this mold. So if you get resin on it, it'll easily take it off, but doesn't remove the alcohol stains. But that's what I'm gonna be using. But I am mixing up the resin. So this will take a few minutes to mix up, but this will take 12 to 24 hours to set once it is properly mixed. Yeah, but right now it's kind of hard to show you how well it's mixed, but mix it till it's basically clear. No more swirlies in it. So I do have a Etsy page that will be in the description below, and I do have some other coffins on here. Speaking of Etsy, I've got a Etsy order last night, so I will get that ready to be sent off today. Yeah, I still see some swirls in it, so you really don't want to stir this super fast. If you stir it super fast, you will get bubbles in the resin. You really don't want that unless that's what you're going for. That's one thing, but I really don't want bubbles in this coffin. I mean, if you're going for like an ocean themed thing, a couple bubbles is fine. Yeah, normally I like to sit down while doing this, but there's really no chair in this room, where I'm at, it's brought as a junk room. It's also where my clothes is, so I have to come in every day and look at, oh, there's crap in here. Yeah, one of my things I would love is have a walk-in closet. If anybody has a walk-in closet, I'm a little jelly. I'm getting a lot and see how well this is stirred. I can still tell it's not very stirred up. You don't know how bad I want to go super fast. I'm gonna have to wait for all the bubbles to pop before I do anything. Yeah, if it's not stirred well enough, it won't set. And it needs to be somewhere warm to actually set properly too. And that was actually my first mistake, was keeping it somewhere cold. I didn't know, and it didn't set right, so that was like actually 4 hours wasted of time, because I was following a tutorial on that I watched. So I made a octopus, and one of the things they did was they used resin as water, and I wanted to do that, and I had my octopus somewhere out of the way where it's cold, and it didn't sit up right. So you need to like a warm place that actually set properly. You also need to make sure you keep gloves on too, because it's actually really aggravating to wash off your hands if you get it on your fingers. And for me, what's best to help get that off is actually alcohol. But you gotta keep in mind you are messing with chemicals when you're doing resin, so it doesn't irritate my skin, but it probably will irritate your skin. But you also have to keep in mind when playing with resin, you have to keep a mask on, especially keep it somewhere where it is ventilated, or you won't be breathing it in all the time. Sometimes I am guilty not wearing a mask, but I don't mess with resin often, but that's no excuse to not wear a mask. But you do have to keep in mind that it is bad for your lungs. It's not the best for your skin. So yeah, I do have this here in case I do have a little extra over. Got it started, but kinda if I have extra, I'll use up rest of the resin, because this resin is expensive anyway. So yeah, we get ours by the gallon off Etsy, and it's about $60 for a gallon. See that the mixing I did, it got on my gloves, so it looks fairly well mixed, and I will be using a heat gun to get some of these bubbles off, or pop some of the bubbles. And you want to pour it in slowly. I hope this is enough. If not, I have to go mix up some more. It should be. Yeah, this lead seems a little uneven. Okay, so I had the rat melt. Just making sure there's enough in this big one here. So I guess I'm gonna be finishing that one more today, which I'm in no hurry to finish anyway. Right. Yeah, every now and then I use a silicone cup. Keeps from wasting too much stuff. Hey. I think I'm gonna get some new pair of gloves and I'll try to put the teeny seed part in. Probably a good idea to make sure the bubbles are out of the corner of this. That sucks because I can't see. And there's one here in this corner. You really need to use something a little bit sharper than what I got. Yeah, I definitely can see one on this other side here. So I'll let that set and help get some of the bubbles up. And put this here. So I'm not gonna. Right. Now I can stop the camera. Yeah, I got clean gloves because I didn't want resin residue on my alcohol inks, which I got them right here. Got them lined up in the order I want to use them, or how I want to use them in the coffin. I'll turn this around since it's take a good amount of bubbles out that I can see. Since it's stained, it's kind of hard to see any of the corners. And if it does have a bubble in the corners, I think it gives it character, but that's just me. But I am going to go ahead and blow this. It sounds like a hair dryer. So if you don't like hair dryer sound, you can go ahead and skip. Starting in 3, 2, 1. I do see a couple sitting more towards the bottom, but they look rather small, and I think it'd be okay. Sometimes I do like a little bubble here and there. I feel like it gives it character sometimes. So I will go ahead and peel this off. This is actually a clear vinyl sticker. So hopefully it won't stick to my glove too bad. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how I could do this on my own without buying some clear, but sticking a little bit. I think after putting this in, I think I can kind of take the gloves off. That shit's been a pain in the butt. I just want to stick to my gloves now. There it goes. But I'm glad that I did not like smudge. Since I used a computer to print that out, I was afraid that it will smudge in the resin, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to take my gloves off since I'm dealing with alcohol inks. Now, I'm going to throw these gloves away again. And I think my battery is still good. Guess who's back again. So since that little sticker kind of the Mountain City just looks very weird. I feel like I spelled it wrong. But did, it's a little too late, and it looks like the sticker's wanting to come up. No, not allowed to come up. Stay down. Yeah, this resin does get warm, so it's probably wanting to curl up. Or maybe it's too light and it's wanting to float up. That's exactly what it looks like it's doing. It's wanting to float up. So hopefully once I get the ink in, it will help it stay down, hopefully. We'll start off with blue. And if you want the lid to match up with Coffin, I would do it on opposite sides. If you do it on the same side and you put the lid on, it'll kind of be opposite and it's stay down. Well, I guess it's gonna stay lifted. See how it turns out. You know, very bad to overdo it, especially on the lid. So I'm gonna take it easy on the lid this time, especially. green. I don't understand why I get it, but it's beginning to be a little aggravating. If I put more inks in it, then I can't do anything about it. I'll just see how it turns out. And then I'll see what they think about it. If to know, I can make another lead. Keep pushing it down, that ink's gonna go under anyway. I'll do a little extra yellow. Because sometimes that yellow gets a little overrun, but got orange next, then red, which I could have done without the orange because I'm going to do red next. That's great. Yeah, I can't keep that sticker down. I should have used white to keep stick it down. Now it's kind of mixed in together now. Well, I put in colors that help consummate. Or, yeah. I don't think I put red on the other one. I should have kept them a little more separated, but sometimes it can't help it. Alright, now let's go in with the white. Because that purple looked black. I was like, no. Yeah, this is kind of an experiment with the sticker part, but how you gonna learn? A lot of videos I've seen, they basically stuck the sticker in something, but never seen them like stick anything in. So I can't see the sticker now. But I see it sticking up. I'm afraid to push it down now. Yeah, I'm not sticking any more in the lid. Stick a a little more right there. So I'm not doing much more. See, if you put too much stuff in resin, it won't harden either. And it just seems like a hard one for me to learn. But part of me wants to put more about where the purple is. So that is it for this. So I will do another clip when it gets ready to be pulled. I do want to show off the other coffins I did. Can't remember if I got this up on Etsy or not, but this does bend a little in the middle because I did too much ink in the middle, but it turned out awesome. So this is kind of what I'm hoping for anyway. And this turned out pretty good, but it looks a little muddy, but not really. Now this is fantastic, and it's hard, and this is one Wayne did. He did like a cloud effect with it, but I don't feel lighting doesn't do it justice. But I do have some coffins up on Etsy if anybody is interested in buying one. Or you can also send a request in. But I will see you in the next video, or after this clip. I really want to push that down, but I'm kind of afraid to. It's going to come back up, so I probably screwed it up, but we'll see how it looks when we come back. Right, so I'm pulling the molds. I redid the top, but it's still so bendy. Like, I don't know if I'll get this one out or not. But the first one I did, it's super hard. I mean, still see Mountain City in it. This part of it kind of went up. But I thought I had the bubble out, but guess I didn't. Yeah, that's kind of hard to see in the coffin, so one thing that sucks about trying to do something like this is it's get too much ink in there, and sometimes it's a little soft in the middle, but not too bad in this one. I did a second batch, trying to kind of wonder if I didn't mix it good enough. It's still so sticky and it's super soft. So I think this one's gonna be thrown away. And this one, I don't know if I'll get it out properly or not. Kind of what I think happened is I probably didn't mix it good enough. Because it's been sitting like way over 24 hours. So, see what I can do to get this out. Alright, so this is a good hard one. The only downside is the sticker bending. Could have used a couple of more one in this one, but yeah, but the only downside is this little part here that didn't get enough resin, but in a way it kind of gives it a bit of character. You can tell where the resin kind of been a little. I should have put a little UV down and stuck it, but at the time I didn't think about it. Yeah, this one is a bad one. So I can tell it's still super sticky and bendy. Especially this one. The back is so sticky, but let's see if I could do another one. With that one, but here's the coffin. I wish it was more drippy. I could have stuck in more, but with the inks, I'm afraid of putting too much and not curing properly. But I think with these two, I think I didn't mix well enough. So, that's it for my video, and I will see you all hopefully in the next video. Bye! So, I made a third one, and it was a little bendy as well, but it kind of liked it a little too much just to throw it away, so yeah, it was a little tacky, so I'm letting it stay in the sun. But the thing with UV resin, you could use this thing, put gel that up blue and it helps harden, or you can set it in the sun like I'm doing right now, but I left it in the UV for 4 minutes, so I'm just gonna let it sit in the sun. Sometimes if the UV light doesn't do a big trick, I'll set it in the sun and let it sit there and help with the stickiness, which that works for me, but I'm usually not super crazy with working with cutesy, but some occasions I really do like it. But once it gets done sitting, I want to put a little glaze on it, and hopefully it'll look halfway decent. So thank you for coming on this journey, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.